you, sweetie pie. All right. Oh boy. Technical difficulties. How the heck did I turn off the green screen? Off. There we go. Well, that was interesting. So I'm just getting started with Hylana here. She is a 10-year-old, I believe. 10-year-old show jumper. And she's a new horse for me. I actually have 4 new horses at this barn. The last one I just worked on, his name was Bronson. He's got 1 eyeball. And that's always an interesting situation when you're working on a horse with 1 eye, just because they have a lot of compensatory changes and issues going on in their neck and poll, which you can imagine. But she doesn't have, her trainer doesn't have any complaints about Hylana. She just wants her checked over because she's new and just seeing if there's any issues of concern. But so far, she, just through palpation, doesn't seem like she has any major things going on. She's a little bit sore around her glutes on both sides, so she's dropping when I'm applying just really light pressure there. I know you can probably see that. And obviously she just wants to keep eating the whole time, so might have to move her in a little bit. But thank you guys for hopping in. If you don't mind hitting that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you can hit share just to help try to get more people in here, that would be awesome. Sometimes it takes a while on YouTube to draw an audience, but any shares will be greatly appreciated. Good morning, Addison. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Life, if I had a choice, I would either go to Life. If I had a choice to do it again, I would go to Life or Sherman. I went to LACC in Los Angeles because I didn't have a choice really at the time, but LifeU is going to be amazing. Where are you going to go to get your animal cert? Do you have that program picked out yet? Girl. So she's a little sore right up here, right behind the withers. You can kind of see she's not too thrilled about that pressure there. So just through palpation, you can kind of see that she's a little uncomfortable through there. So I'm going to get her to lift that. Pretty comfortable there, not really fighting me with flexion through there. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hopping into the live. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. I'd love to chat with you while I'm working, so let me know. So there's Parker, and then there's Aces in Texas. Like both programs. If you're a student right now, I would recommend, well, you're gonna be a student. Since you're gonna be at Life, so I'll just tell you what I did. When I was in human chiropractic school, I ended up going to my animal certification program while I was still a student because I got all of my credits done in clinic. So I was able to go get my animal cert during my 8th trimester and not have to do it after I graduated. If you have to do it after you graduate, I would go to ACES because ACES allows you to do most of the book work online, and then you can go there to do the hands-on. I think they're the only program that has an online portion. So that's a big benefit, whether you're a student or you're a doc in practice. If you're a doc in practice, then obviously I would recommend ACES completely because you don't have to shut your doors in your office once a week for 5 months. Sorry, 1 week every month for 5 months, you would have to shut your practice, which, not only do you have to pay for the program, but then you lose money in your practice. So definitely try to do it while you're a student. And if you can travel while you're a student to go do it like I did, then you can go anywhere. Parker's amazing, ACES is great. Both certify ABCA. And that's my main recommendation to you is just go to a program that certifies ABCA, not IBCA, because some states are starting not to accept IBCA. So anyway, That's my suggestion. Let me know if you've got any questions about that. Oh, that's very cool, Hannah. Yeah, she is a pretty horse. She's a show jumper. So I'm gonna bring her around to her side. Actually, first I'm gonna hit the pelvic flexion reflexes because I wanna check and make sure she's moving well back here. She's a little sore here, as you can see, so I'm gonna work that out with some light pressure stuff. But I wanna see how she extends. That's really good. And then I wanna see, oh, I guess she doesn't want you guys to see that. So then I'm gonna hit the flexion pressure points and just get her to lift her back up here. Ooh, nice little release through that low back. It was kind of a quiet one though. Could you guys hear that release? Yeah, absolutely. Your message kind of cut off there though at the end. Hey guys, if you don't mind hitting the like button and maybe hitting share, that would be awesome. Just try to get some more people in on the live. Kind of a slow day it looks like so far. I'm gonna rotate her around to her shoulders using a shoulder pressure point. And I love using these, especially on the larger horses, because I can get her to manually rotate around, but she's a big, powerful mare. So it's much easier on me and also easier on the horse just to use the pressure point. So I reach around here, hit a spot in the deltoid, and then just get her to rotate around. And she's thinking about it. Again, she's a new horse for me, so you gotta give them time. Beautiful. And then when they come touch, just let it go. And it's great because not only do I get to see if she can rotate all the way around to the shoulder, but if I manually bring her around to the shoulder, what I lose is the ability to see how she naturally wants to come around and touch. I don't get to see how she wants to get around to the shoulder comfortably. So if I use the pressure point, not only do I get to see, can you come around and touch, but do you come around and touch correctly? Or are you compensating because you're uncomfortable somewhere and you can't get around to the shoulder the way you're supposed to? So I'm not only looking for the range of motion, but I'm looking for proper movement as well. And those pressure points let you see both. Thank you guys. I see like 6 of you hit that like button. We got 30 folks in here, so if we could get maybe 20 more likes, I would appreciate that. Just take a second, just tap that like button, hit that share button. Let's get more people in the live. So because her neck range of motion was great to both sides, I don't really have anything to do in the neck here. But what I still want to check is she comfortable at her pole and hyoid? So that's really comfortable there. No issues whatsoever. Good girl. And I'm going to check the other side too. But look, so up here, we got a little discomfort, but not bad. But when I go to the right, we got no discomfort at all there, right? That's why I always compare side to side, because if I check this side and I was like, oh, she's fine, that's nothing, and then I didn't check the other side, I wouldn't really know that there's sensitivity over here. So because there's sensitivity at the pole, even though it's slight, I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to check the hyoid on both sides. There's a little sensitivity there, but not bad. And if I check this side, we got even more. So you can see that, right? The pole kind of tells you the story about what's going on at the hyoid. So I'm going to take her tongue out to the left and try to clear up that pole sensitivity and hyoid sensitivity on that other side. So what I'm doing here is just taking the tongue out. I'm just holding it out at about a 45-degree angle to the face and just letting her work to try to pull that tongue back into her mouth. No pulling, no yanking, just holding. And just let her do her thing. That's good. All I'm trying to do is keep the slack out of the tongue and maintain some tension so that when she goes to pull that tongue back into her mouth, there's some resistance to her doing that. And that's what works those muscles.
You all leaving again?
Good girl. She's still pulling pretty hard, so I'm just waiting for her to stop pulling so hard. All right, so I'm gonna let that go, let her lick and chew. Girl, back. Girl. And then when she's done licking and chewing, then I'll recheck that side, see if we cleared that up. Oh, she just wants to get back to her snacks. Back, good girl. All right, so it looks like she's done. Just check that here. There. And you can see no more moving that head around, no more tossing the head. Perfectly fine. And then we'll check both sides, just in case. That side's good too. So that's all cleared up just by doing that tongue move. Awesome. Give those muscles a little quick stretch. Good girl. There we go. Oh, girl. All right, she's off the screen a little bit. There we go. How do you handle needing to be supervised by a veterinarian? Yeah, no, it doesn't require that in Arizona. I'm DC, but I'm IVCA certified. I didn't know better at the time, but IVCA has been fine for me. Hey, good morning, Pat. Yeah, if your state requires direct veterinary supervision, you have no choice really but to make some relationship with vets that will supervise you, you know? Some might write you referrals and say they were supervising, but you know, that's a relationship you'd have to build. Beautiful, much quicker that time. Let's check her. Whoop. Let's check her to the left. Oh, why are you getting so antsy? Good girl. Good girl. Check her back to the left side also. Good. So you can see she did it much quicker that time than she did the first time. So that's a great improvement right there. Whoops. Yeah, she likes it. Girl. All right, let's get her shoulders stretched out. If you guys want to learn how to do any of these stretches, just type the word stretch in the comments and I'll send you a link to my free shoulder extension stretch, which I'm about to do here. And then in that tutorial will be a link to my ebook if you want to learn how to stretch your entire horse. Oh, that's a good girl. She's doing really good, especially since this is her first one. Oh, good girl. Likes her leg stretches, apparently. There we go. Good girl. Oh. Beautiful. Good girl. Check the other side. Oh, very good. Girl. Oh, good girl. And this is super common. They usually love their shoulder stretches. And I love to pick off the chestnuts. Oh, what a good girl. Beautiful. Oh, big pop in that fetlock. It's getting warm. I might have to take off my sleeves here in a second. There we go. Good girl. Oh, big deep breath. It's awesome. boy. It's a good girl. Whoops. Misgendered. There we go. Let's check this. Awesome. That's all still good. So if you guys have horses and you check and you feel like they're sore or sensitive at the pole, try taking the tongue out to the opposite side and just holding it. You'll be amazed at how well that takes that pain away. Oh, good girl. All right. And I'm going to get her hind legs done. Ooh, nice release in the low back with that flexion. Oh, good girl. Good girl. That's good. Easy. Girl. Check the other side. Oh, flies are starting to irritate her. Good girl. Ooh. 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 Oh, nice. Good. So both sides, when I flex those hind legs up, we had some nice releases in the low back. Perfect. And the last thing I like to do when I'm all done is stretch the TMJs. Just use a nice easy pressure point on the gum line. Get her to really open her mouth and take that mandible to both sides. There we go. Also, if you have a sore pole, this is really good for that as well. She needs her teeth floated. But if there's one thing I would do before you compete on your horses, is do this TMJ stretch. It's super, super important for performance that the TMJs are moving properly, that they're not tight and restricted. So you can just take a minute and stretch her jaw, get those TMJs moving freely. And that'll prevent head tilt, holding the head off to one side, especially in the loper canter. Good girl. And there's a lot of proprioceptive or positional information that come from the TMJ. So very, very important in balance, coordination, and proper movement. There you go, good girl. All right, she is all done. That's a good girl. Okay.